Morning, guys, from the province. Beautiful views. We are all awake and we started working right away from the morning. Well, boys actually moved us out of our house so we can actually start and continue work inside of the house. Looking like this. Slowly we are getting to the finish line, right? But we actually have to go to the city right now with Gwen to get some materials and manage some things as well, which none of us with Gwen is not really happy about it, because right now when we are in the province we would like to just stay here and not really need to go outside to the city, right?
Yeah.
Because the city is like crazy.
But before you did not think about it. But now you get used to living here already and you like the peace, right?
I always like the peace because I was living in the village all my life. But what's the ongoing process? Right now we moved inside of the house because we are locking hollow blocks and also other materials. The materials again, the delivery troubles are still here with us. Today is Monday, we were supposed to get the materials on Saturday, but up until now, nothing. So we were kinda stuck with the bathroom area like this, but there is still plenty of another work to do, so we don't really have to stop the whole construction. And we can continue on our journey. Me and Wendy just made it from the city. We have everything what we were looking for, especially these aluminum frame edges for the kitchen area. So sooner or later we will get into this so we can finish the kitchen area thing. We got 5 pieces actually, 2.5 meters each long, so it should be slightly more than we need, but better a little bit more than less, so we don't have to go again to the city and just buying, for example, 1 piece. So that's good news. The bad news, unfortunately, we got caught during super heavy rain. It was like we were 10 minutes away from our house, but then the blue sunny sky happened to be like cloudy, and out of nowhere the huge rain started going, and we stopped actually in Gwen's uncle's hollow block store where he is making and selling hollow blocks, so we just hide ourselves there, wait for the rain to not really stop but become not that hard. Then we came here, we ate a lunch. And how was actually going the final layer, the skim coating of the walls or plastering, whatever it's called? I'm not professional, but what was done, that we mixed the skim coat powder with the Sahara powder as well, like the protection for like against the water from inside but also from the outside here. We listened to the good advices in the comments, and thank you for that. Walls will be, let's say, more protected in case any water would decide to come inside or outside from the ground, or if anything bad would happen. Let's see if it will work. Unfortunately, we already have here some things, but still we need to work inside. So once we are finished for today, we have to transfer all the things away, clean, wipe the floor, wipe the tiles, to make it dirty again tomorrow. Like, that's gonna be a couple of days of this struggle, but we could not do anything else. We did not want it to extend the rent in the apartment in the city. For now we will be fighting like this. But what we were doing, applying actually 2 layers of the skim coat, and afterwards using a sandpaper, making the whole area smooth, so it will be nice and smooth and ready for the painting once all around is done. But very amazing thing, like a huge contrast. If we will compare the white color and the gray color, the room becomes like shinier, like happier, like lighter, everything. It brings like the feeling, I don't know, like a happy, better feeling, instead of having the gray, sad gray walls. But soon we will cover all of those as well. We will finish all our project. Good thing that it stopped raining, even though we don't really have much work to do outside. But it's always better without rain than with.
It's too hard to really. Oh, it hurts my head. Just 5 minutes I did it. Hard jobs are not for me.
It's about to happen. Very beautiful sunset here in the province, which means we are done with another construction day today. And I'm gonna explain what everything was happening. Like right now I just came from the city. I just managed some little groceries and the things for the construction we needed. And in the morning we were working on the kitchen area, when we installed the metal frame along the table. Like once also the tiles are installed, once everything is dried out, we can clean up the edges and set up everything. Another plan for the kitchen area are the cabinets, like the storage, which will be right under the table. We were also, or Gwen was suggesting, we could actually get the fridge which could fit underneath of the table right here, because the electricity is also right there, so it could be close area to connect the fridge with the refrigerator and put it into, or in the put the cabinets or the door or something, so it will be like a closed area. No one can get inside, and we will protect our things as well, because at night, what happened day before, we actually were cooking with Gwen shrimps for dinner, and there was something left, and we were thinking we will keep it for boys, for workers in the morning as a breakfast. But surprisingly, we woke up in the morning, boys came to work, and the bowl with the shrimps was empty. I actually put the bowl inside of the pot, covered it, but in the morning we could spot here a paws from a cat, so clearly it was a cat who ate the shrimp. So the cat enjoyed very delicious midnight snack. Lesson for us: when we don't have the kitchen area secured, and also the area around the house is also not secured because we still don't have a fence, we have to keep our foods and expensive things inside, or we have to buy a fridge, because me and Gwen decided the fridge, which is staying down there in the village in Gwen's house, like right now in that house lives Gwen's siblings, like so many people around, they are using that fridge, and if we would take that fridge away, they would be struggling. On the other hand, that fridge what Gwen has down there is very tall and absolutely would not fit underneath of this table, so we decided we will leave it down there in the house, and in the future we will get our own new, and we will take care of it. And also the funny thing, like when I came from the city, I bought just the basic things, like for the washing soap, for clothes, for dishes, some bleach. Also I went to the public market, to the wet market, for actually 2 things or 3: vegetable rice and broom, because somehow our broom disappeared. The price for that broom in the market was 50 peso, so let's say $1, something around $1. If I would buy it down here in the village, in Gwen's village, it's 130, 140 peso. When I came here, the manager was still here asking like how much was it, how much was the rice, everything. Like I told them the prices, and then they were like giggling something in Bisaya together that Americano is not stupid. Americano knows that he should go to public market when he can get the better price. Like, of course we from Europe know how to make the groceries. Like I was always that person, when there was a huge sale in the mall for food, for anything, I was focusing to make that grocery on that day when there is that sale, and in the same time also focusing on getting the good quality foods and everything. So that's the, I don't know how to call it, financial responsibility. Well, it's nothing special, it's like a genuine or natural for me. The plan for the rest of our afternoon is, here in the Philippines, the mango, the fruit mango, is something what people in Europe can only dream about. Literally, the yellow mango is delicious. For me, that's the most favorite mango. Also, another options you can find in the stores is the green mango, and there is actually 2 kinds. The one is short and the one is longer. The longer is called the Carabao mango, and the Carabao mango is the most favorite of Gwen. So actually right now Gwen has a friend in another village, I have no idea where is that, who is selling that mango, and we are going to get the mangoes for Gwen. Maintenance of the nails.
Yeah.
I actually I was also cutting my nails a couple days ago on my feet, and one of the fingers, or into one of the fingers, I got some kind of infection. Like, I'm not gonna be showing you that, guys, but it could be caused maybe also because of that we are wearing slippers all the time, even if it's sunny or if it's raining, and during that time we are riding on the motorbike when there is wet water everywhere on the streets. All that water is splashing to my feet. So after cutting the nails, if some bacteria got inside of that nail somewhere. So right now I have to be careful, keep that finger clean, cleaning it always before sleeping, and putting some antibiotics or anything, because I absolutely don't want to get to the hospital only because of the smallest finger in my body. What happens?
I'm not familiar here anymore. Wrong. Go back. Right. Somewhere.
So here we are in another village. Gwen's friend is having a little sari store here. The village is also the same, located in the valley. There is also a river right next to the, like behind those houses. So the same structure as in Gwen's village. And we are buying the most delicious mango of the Philippines. Lamat te. Is it good ones?
Yeah.
It's small.
Yeah? Big ones.
Crazy.
Very
Happy?
cheap. Yeah, 100 per kilo, but in market it's 160, 170.
So again, good deal today. Today is prone to good deals.
So we just passed by, guys, to check the air of the bike. And good thing we also have like this here in the village where you can check as well, like, you know, if there are still enough air inside of your wheels. And Kuba is always coming here every time for checking it because it's the nearest area here in the village for.
You will pay 5 pesos and you have limited time. The air is running.
It's done. What about the front?
And after we've made it home, there is nothing else to do than to taste mango. before we will manage to install the faucet and running water, we will be washing dishes like this with a bucket of water and the cup. Delicious.
Very sweet.
So let's give it a bite. Like when it was my first time visiting Philippines, those 4 years ago or 5, and I've tried the mango for the first time here in the Philippines. I never bought again the mangoes we have way back in Europe, because there is nothing what can beat this beauty. Nothing.
I can finish everything in one eat.
Finish, because I haven't eaten anything today yet. Did you burn yourself?
Making a smoke. Right now there's so many mosquitoes.
That's true. Like this afternoon is literally crazy. Like the mosquitoes are coming in the huge numbers. I have the spiral one underneath of me, but it's not even stopping the mosquitoes from biting us. But it's because of that nowadays it's very wet. Raining every day, the moisture stays in the ground, in the trees, everywhere. So there is this way.
This won't kill mosquito, it's just making them dizzy and go away.
Yeah, that's the difference. If we will set on fire a piece of paper, or for example that paper cartoon from the eggs, it's not killing them, but the spiral is killing them. Yeah.
It's pesticide. But we're breathing it all the time as well.
We are breathing it. But what I was thinking, I could see on the internet those lamps shining purple, blue, green, and it's killing the mosquitoes with electricity. But I wonder if it works or not.
So my brother just passed by. He's living away from here. It's in different Talisay, but there's a shortcut here in Minglanilla. So it takes them, I don't know, 45 minutes of walking. Bringing his kid because he just came home from work here, my brother. And I told him, why are you here with the daughter? The daughter has an asthma. Supposedly, you know, what will be the solution if you have an asthma?
I'm going to the doctor.
Doctor or what? You have to use nebulizer, right?
Well, yeah, if you have.
But here in the Philippines, there's always a myth, a solution if, for example, you have fever, you have asthma, you have cough. So, what most Filipinos who are living in province who can't afford a doctor is always gonna bring their baby kids to the massage therapist. It's not even licensed. They are just, oh, I know how to do it. So what will be the result? Every time the kid has a fever, every time the kid has a cough, every time the kid has an asthma, they always bring them to the, and like that, and it's not normal at all. That's the reason why I have back pain problem right now, because my mother used to bring me there every time I have fever, cough and stuff, and I always remember myself crying always, because that woman always cracking my back all the time, and I'm always crying and I'm always so scared. And I always remember the time that I got traumatized whenever we are going to the city, because my mom, I will always think my mom is going to bring me to that woman again. And now as an adult, I struggle with horrible back pain. And that's my biggest problem in everyday living. It's my back pain. It's my brothers doing, and they're not listening to my advices at all. So that's how it is here in the Philippines, especially if they can afford a doctor. They will say massage therapist can heal because maybe you're just piang. Piang means maybe something just not broken, but the muscles are, I don't know. Yes, that's true. Maybe massage therapist can help us if we have back pain, but if it's all the time, it's not good for kids, because kids muscles and bones are smooth. you know, not the same as adults.
Yeah, but as there is the saying, you will never learn new tricks to an old dog, right?
Yeah. And as an adult right now, I hate my back pain. Like, it's every day of my life, and it's giving me like sufferings all the time. Even a little bit way of sleeping like this, like that, it hurts so much now. I struggle with it all the time. So my mother used to bring me to that woman and always cracking my back all the time.
Like speaking of an asthma or allergy, like the people who has allergy and causes them like breathing problems, they cough and like that, and they are not gonna visit a doctor. It can overcome the allergy into asthma, and then there is a real fun. Like you will be being suffocated out of nowhere and there will be no help around. For example, you are alone, so those who are struggling with allergy, go to the doctor who will give you medicine or something, because absolutely you don't want to be suffocating out of nowhere and there is no one who can help you.
Yeah,
And speaking of my own experience, because I have allergies since I was a kid, and up until now I'm using medicine for that.
yeah. Another funny thing, because my siblings are very, very, very traditional, especially my eldest brother who is working with me here. And in the Philippines, we believe about pasmo. I'm not sure what's the English of that. Let me check about pasmo. It does not have a direct translation, but it refers to a Filipino belief of muscle pain, cramps, weakness, or chills due to sudden exposure to cold or wet conditions. So, here in the Philippines, if you have fever, people believe that you have pasmo. Pasmo means maybe you have eaten cold foods, for example, ice cream, desserts, and you ate those desserts without eating breakfast or meals first. And because of that, you had fever because you had pasmo, because you ate the cold first without eating the meals first. So what they do to relieve the pasmo, they will just say, you're just pasmo because I saw you a few days ago, you were eating popsicles without eating breakfast first. So they will just say, buy the popsicle, boil it inside of the pan and drink it, and after that you will feel better. But you know, they don't know that the reason of fever, maybe there's some kind of infection inside of the body. And my siblings are always laughing at me because I don't believe those stuff at all, really. But that's how they believe here in the village, like pasmo because of eating cold, you know, ice cream, popsicles, or drinks, soda, stuff like that, without eating your meals first. You have to boil it to heal yourself.
Yeah. What made you sick at first will make you healthy in the opposite or the reversed way.
But it's not true, you know?
Of course it's not true, but there is actually a placebo effect which works. Like you
Really?
will be oh yeah, of course.
What do you mean by that?
Like placebo, like I will give you will be having a fever, I will give you here 3 pills, I will tell you it's paracetamol. You will believe that because that's what I told you. You did not see the package, but actually it will be just the lentils. But
Yeah.
your body will believe that, and it's not 100% of course, but there is research in some actual percentage it works. Not of course on the all injuries or diseases. Of course, if you
Yeah.
have broken leg, I cannot give you.
About diseases, so another thing is about barang. If you know that barang, witchcraft. There are people here are crazy believing about witchcraft. I'm not sure as well if that's true. I don't think so, but it's in the Bible as well, so probably I'm gonna believe that. But for example, you have disease, and there are so many people here who can't afford going to the doctor, so they will say, I was witchcraft, that's why I get sick right now. But that's not true. They got sick because of something, and then they died because of cancer, because in the end they had cancer. Just like my mom died of cancer, brain cancer, and she had symptoms of brain cancer like imbalance, cannot walk properly, cannot see properly. So she was just saying, I'm being witchcraft, and when there are beetles coming inside of the house, she's killing them before, and says, someone is witchcrafting me,
That's why I'm feeling horrible right now. But in the end, my mother just had the brain cancer. It's really good. Sometimes things are not really like the way they think that it is. They just have disease and they need a doctor. You know, not because of that witchcraft thing or some past mental stuff.